Hey there. That's right. You didn't misunderstand the title of this video. For weeks now, I have been asked many times over who I will be voting for in Choose Your Legends Round 5. Well, my friends, since voting is likely to begin within the next 3 to 5 days, I am here to tell you who exactly I will be giving my 7 votes to. And as with every Choose Your Legends that I do, I don't double vote. It's not something that I do. I'm not a believer that my 7 votes for this one character is going to get them to win. Statistically, realistically, it's not going to happen. So instead, I'd rather spread the love. And on top of that, you get wallpapers. So really, if nothing else, you should do it for the wallpapers, as I've said for, 4 years now. I'd also like to point out that my list is not the ultimate list. It's not the definitive list. It's not the list that should dictate what your list should be. If you want to vote for the same character 7 times, by all means, do that. It doesn't really matter to me if you do that. I don't care if you vote for Camilla, even though you can't vote for Camilla. Maybe it's just a solidarity thing. I don't care if you vote for all 3 houses. It doesn't matter to me. This is just my list and my own personal preference, and I'll explain my mindset with each pick. So don't feel like there's a right or wrong answer here, because there's not. A lot of people will tell you that there is, but there's not. Even myself included. Okay, I will pander votes for Cordelia all day, every day. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's what you should do. Okay, so let's just get that little disclaimer out the way now. This is not me impending my fortitude upon you or anything like that. All right, this is just me giving my list. And I'm also going to ask you to share your list in the comments below. Because, and listen, replies had better be civil, or I will just start muting people, okay? I don't tolerate tomfoolery shenanigans in my comments unless they're funny, in which case I chuckle and I let it slide. So, let's go ahead and start. First up, Marth. Why am I picking Marth? Why does Marth deserve to win, as many have said? He deserves a win. Marth deserves it. He needs it. It's his. He should have it. I have read so many comments about Marth and why he just needs to get it. I don't know that he needs to get it. Okay? We've had many faces of Fire Emblem in the last several years. Most recently, probably like Lucina and Edelgard, I think, are up there in terms of the priority face of the FE franchise. But Marth, he is the OG. He has been around the longest, just had an anniversary this past year. So while I do think he is deserving of a brave alt, I don't know that he is guaranteed it necessarily. But I am throwing a vote for Marth because I'm tired of hearing people complain about it. It's really that. I like Marth. I would never vote for anybody that I don't like. But as far as everybody who's been like in the top however many, male female side for however many years now, everybody just keeps saying Marth is always robbed. So I want Marth to win, so that we don't have to have this conversation anymore, and we just move past it. All right. It was kind of like Camilla. We always knew that Camilla would get a brave alt eventually. We were just getting it out of the way, and that's what people kind of thought of it as. This is kind of how I see the Marth brave alt. I just want it out the way. I don't want the community split about it anymore. I just want to work past it so we don't have to have this conversation anymore. By the way, I think Marth and CYL5 will take the top 2 men's spots, as I've said before. Rhea. No one was shocked. Literally no one was surprised by this pick, said everyone. I was going to vote for Dorothea also, but that has since changed due to the fact that she has yet another alt in the Pelagian variety in the upcoming banner. She's a tome, I guess. I'm fine with it. She's a flyer, which is also kind of fun. So I don't know. Dorothea will show up eventually. I'm still waiting for that War Phase Meteor Dorothea to show up. I don't know when that's going to happen. But Rhea is still not technically in the... I mean, she's in the game. She has a summer outfit as she stands behind Byleth. But there's a lot that you can do with Rhea, not to go into spoilers or, too deep into that. But there's a lot that you could do with Rhea, and so I'm excited to see what they would do with her. I'm specifically voting for Rhea, not someone else. Those of you who understand, know. Those of you who don't, you're safe. No spoilers. So Rhea, I think, is probably of all the units not yet in FEH, she's probably top of the list for me, because everybody else, whether they have an alt or a base form in the game, they're already there for the most part. There's some Ashen Wolves that maybe I would be tempted by, like Yuri or Happy. But, I will be interested to see how the Ashen Wolves voting plays out this year. But beyond that, I got to stick with Lady Rhea. I don't think she'll win. I'm hoping that she stays consecutively within the top 50, so that, she can... She has hopes of getting in the game at some point this year. I think she will, honestly, be in the game at some point this year. But I want her to stay in the top 50. So that's why I'm throwing a vote her way. Next up, Stefan. Another slightly ambiguous possible spoiler character that I will not go into necessarily. So don't worry, I'm not going to ruin it. But he's kind of hard to recruit in his game modes. So he's from Tellius, by the way. He's in both Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. He's a little bit hard. He's slightly tricky to recruit, but if you know what you're looking for, then you can probably pick him up pretty easy. Stefan is an interesting character because we don't have many like him in FEH. There are certain characters who have his attributes in the Tellius games. I think that's ambiguous enough. I don't think anybody get upset about that. But I can confidently tell you, if and when he does get into FEH, he will be busted. Like, he'll be good. Trust me. Just trust me on that. He is a descendant of one of the heroes of Ashera. So, I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. That's maybe the most spoilery thing I can say. But I'm not telling you who or what or why. So, end of the day, he is a unique character. He is an interesting character. I want Stefan in FEH. And frankly, I thought his rating from the last go bout was not nearly high enough. And so I want to get him a little bit higher in the rankings this year. Valencia. Do I need to say more? Do I have a thing for green hair? I might have a thing for green hair. I'm just now realizing there's 3 in a row. Anyway, so Valencia. Valencia I went back and forth with. There was another character who I was debating voting for, along with Valencia, Dorothea, and somebody else. And I'm not going to share that because this is about only who I'm voting for. I think, personally, that we need more Valencia alts. I don't think Valencia is going to win. Valencia is also, coincidentally, one of the units that I am most interested in plus 10ing, who's still like in that Gen 1 era, because she has aged really well. She's kind of like Ira. Her stat line's aged pretty well. Her weapon's still pretty good. Overall, I wouldn't be upset if I had an Valencia Pity Break, although I don't think that's possible. Because she's too old at this point. But I think we need more Valencia alts in our lives, because why not? I think Valencia's whole party, honestly, is something that deserves maybe a little more spotlight, perchance, is what we'll say. Joffrey, Lucia, they don't exist. They don't exist, and we don't know why. But maybe if we had more Valencia, that they would be ushered in, kind of like Micaiah's crew. So I'm hoping that Valencia ranks high enough to get into the alt category again. Fingers crossed. But I feel like she's one of the more underappreciated best girls of Tellius. Cordelia. And again, no one was shocked by this pick. If you don't count Resplendent Cordelia, which I guess for my own sadness, I do. We did not have a Cordelia alt last year. I know. 2020 just continues to be dark. I understand. However, she normally ranks pretty high. I'd like to continue to keep her in the 50s, if at all possible. Look, I want more Cordelia alts. I'm never going to apologize for that. Frankly, we're one away from Cordelia Emblem. I don't think she's going to win Choose Your Legends. I'd be very surprised if she even broke the top 20. Just because of how many good options that there are nowadays. But I want more Cordelia alts. And so similar to Valencia, I would very much like her to get an alt at some point this year. Make 2021 a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So we're into the 5 here. So we've got the guy who I just want to win, the 2 who I want in the game, and 2 who I'm very interested in getting more alts with. Are you sensing a pattern? I hope so. Next up, the one who keeps getting away. I am here to tell you all right now, if you want Anna to be a brave unit, you must vote for Awakening Anna. Because I will tell you, she would have placed easily in the top 4 females if everybody's combined votes for Anna's just went to Awakening Anna. But they don't. They are not like Marth's votes, where every Marth from every Marth game counts towards the single Marth. All right, Annas don't work that way. Your Fates Anna, your Awakening Anna, your Heroes Anna, your Three Houses Annas. Those are all different Annas. All right, just vote for Awakening Anna if you want an Anna Brave unit. They're not they're not gonna sway any other way. Awakening Anna is vastly more popular than any other Anna. Results in Choose Your Legends votings have proven that time and time again. Please, Anna stans of the world, if you are watching this video, vote for Awakening Anna if you want an Anna Brave unit. No other Anna will come close. You must all unite for Awakening Anna. It's my only propaganda piece. And honestly, I really want Levin Sword Anna. That's just something that, even since the start of FEH, I was like, yo, that would be really cool. I would be here for that. Please let that happen. It has not happened yet, and so I'm hoping we can change that. So, Awakening Anna, I am throwing a vote for. I don't think she'll win. The women's category is just a mess, to be honest. I'm really also, by the way, don't vote for Atri, okay? Do not vote for her. I know some of you guys are going to. Please don't do it. She's probably going to show up in like the mid-book, kind of like Mira did for book 4. Please don't do it. She's going to show up in the banner. It'll probably be Sparkable. It'll probably be a mid-book banner. Please don't vote for her. She's literally had like 5 lines of dialogue in all of Fire Emblem history so far. Please don't do it. It's a wasted vote. She's going to get in eventually. Don't do it. All right. That was my second piece of propaganda. All right. So the final vote, and this is the vote I always save for the OC, if you're not familiar. Every year I go through and I vote for an Anna and units that I'd like to have alts, and 1 unit that I would like to win, and then 1 unit that, or a couple of units that I'm like, I really want these guys in the game. Let's get them to top 50. All my votes essentially are to get people into the top 50. That's it. I don't think that I'm ever going to pick a winner outside of hopefully Marth this year so we can all stop talking about it. But I always pick an OC because FEH allows us to do this. And I feel like we should pay that forward just a smidgen. And, in the past, I have voted for, units like Anna or units like Plumeria. I'm not doing that this year. Do you know why? Because there is one character who has sustained FEH, who honestly has done a lot of growth as far as the stories go in the last several stories. And I am excited to announce that I will be voting for Alphonse this year. And this is probably the most controversial pick I can make, because people are going to be annoyed by it. But realistically, I mean, if you look at our dude, okay, he, A, is an absolute Chad. I mean, did you see the Book 5 opening? Did you see him go toe-to-toe with mecha enchanted horse armor? Bruh, he soloed that. Are you kidding me? He defeated death itself. He found a way to take out a guy who, like, inflicted 20 damage on you no matter what, but also was invincible. He beat himself from the future. I don't know how to explain how badass Alphonse actually is and has become. And I think it's mainly because Gustav died. I think once your dad dies, you go through this weird kind of Fire Emblem Awakening mode as a character, and you just become good. It happened with Ike. It happened with Byleth. There are all kinds of instances where this was the case. And Alphonse has now taken that hero's journey as well, as any Fire Emblem protagonist must. So that is why I'm voting for Alphonse as my final slot. He is my OC BA this year. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's going to pick Plumeria. No, I'm not. Look, Plumeria was the most interesting character that I had seen up to that point. But now I've seen the light. And I think our OG Chad, Alphonse, deserves a little bit of love. And again, he's not going to win. He's not going to win because Marth and Self are going to win. But let's keep him in the top 50. You know, let's have a little fun with Alphonse this year. Let's give him an alt of some kind, because you know he's gonna be good. But for the record, if he was a brave unit, he would be so good. Like, he would be good. You know he would be good. His New Year's alt is insane. His base is, you know, year 0. But but a brave Alphonse would actually be pretty freaking dope, and you know it would be. So don't even hate. But anyway, I'm not here telling you who to vote for, but these are the 7 that I have chosen and assembled, like the Avengers, to vote for. And I tried to keep it, you know, semi-evenly split between male and female as well, so that was just kind of serendipity, honestly. Also, the color palettes are very similar. I'm noticing that now. I clearly have a thing for blue, green, and red hair. A lot of self-discovery in this video. Alright, that is it for me right now. In the comments, let me know who you're voting for in Choose Your Legends Round 5. Hey, subscribe if you like. Come on back for more. And until then, I will catch you next time.